I am convinced that the exponential growth of artificial intelligence is rolling out the red carpet for entry of the Antichrist and his attempt to destroy humanity.
It is believed that big technology companies like SpaceX and Amazon are investing billions of dollars each year into the rapid development of artificially intelligent technologies.
We're about to see the transformation of the human race. And the conversation I keep having in Silicon Valley goes something like this. People have no idea how fast the world is changing.
And exponential change doesn't end, right? It continues to compound. In the next 25 years, this will shrink down, most likely to a device the size of a blood cell. It'll go in our bodies and brains, reverse engineering us from inside out.
And these technologies, computers, sensors, networks, AI, robotics, 3D printing, AR, VR, synthetic biology, are literally transforming our planet.
Don't you know, the Antichrist will be allowed to rule the whole earth for 7 years. His brief kingdom will be the most terrible time in human history, unless God, Yahweh, would stop him. We see this in the 24th chapter of Matthew, that no flesh would be saved. So the question that begs an answer is, how could the Antichrist possibly do this? The answer begins with an understanding that Satan's passionate and evil desire is to destroy God's creation, especially his most precious creation, and that is you, the human race. So what exactly is this AI, and how could it possibly be used as a pathway for the prophetic beast system? Let's watch a video to help answer these questions.
Artificial intelligence was first coined decades ago in the year 1956 by John McCarthy at the Dartmouth Conference. He defined artificial intelligence as the science and engineering of making intelligent machines. In a sense, AI is a technique of getting machines to work and behave like humans. In the recent past, AI has been able to accomplish this by creating machines and robots that are being used in a wide range of fields, including healthcare, robotics, marketing, business analytics, and many more. However, many AI applications are not perceived as AI because we often tend to think of artificial intelligence as robots doing our daily chores. But the truth is, artificial intelligence has found its way into our daily lives. It has become so general that we don't realize we use it all the time. For instance, have you ever wondered how Google is able to give you such accurate search results? Or how your Facebook feed always gives you content based on your interest? The answer to these questions is artificial intelligence. It covers a vast domain of fields including natural language processing, object detection, computer vision, robotics, expert systems, and so on. Artificial intelligence is used for face verification, wherein machine learning and deep learning concepts are used to detect facial features and tag your friends. Another such example is Twitter's AI, which is being used to identify hate speech and terroristic languages in tweets. It makes use of machine learning, deep learning, and natural language processing to filter out offensive content. The company discovered and banned 300,000 terrorist-linked accounts, 95% of which were found by non-human, artificially intelligent machines. The Google predictive search is one of the most famous AI applications. When you begin typing a search term and Google makes recommendations for you to choose from, that is AI in action. Predictive searches are based on data that Google collects about you, such as your location, your age, and other personal details. By using AI, the search engine attempts to guess what you might be trying to find. Now, another famous application of artificial intelligence is self-driving cars. AI implements computer vision, image detection, and deep learning to build cars that can automatically detect objects and drive around without human intervention. As AI is branching out into every aspect of our lives, is it possible that one day AI might take over our lives? And if it is possible, how long will this take? Well, it may be sooner than you think. I'm sure all of you have heard of Stephen Hawking. Now, he warned us that strong AI would take off on its own and redesign itself at an ever-increasing rate. Humans who are limited by slow biological evolution couldn't compete and would be superseded.
And know this, whatever the general public, that's you and me, whatever AI we've been exposed to was developed as far back as 10, 20, or even 30 years ago. So we have to wonder, what else is going on that we don't know about? What you just saw in this video is only a sample of what you'll be seeing in my future videos in this prophetic beast system project. And as they say, you ain't seen nothing yet. And you don't want to miss the next video because you'll hear about this three-headed monster. The first type of AI involves easily recognized AI that's all around us every moment of every day. The second type involves things you possibly have heard about. And the third type involves things you'll think is science fiction. And much of it is in operation today. You won't believe these things could exist in your lifetime. But watch this.
At some point in the early 21st century, all of mankind was united in celebration. We marveled at our own magnificence as we gave birth to AI.
AI? You mean artificial intelligence?
A singular consciousness that spawned an entire race of machines. We don't know who struck first, us or them. But we know that it was us that scorched the sky.
DeepMind's AI has administrator-level access to Google's servers to optimize energy usage at the data centers. However, this could be an unintentional Trojan horse. DeepMind has to have complete control of the data centers, so with a little software update, that AI could take complete control of the whole Google system, which means they can do anything. They can look at all your data, they can do anything. We're rapidly headed towards digital superintelligence that far exceeds any human. I think it's very obvious. Because if one company or small group of people manages to develop godlike digital superintelligence, they could take over the world. At least when there's an evil dictator, that human is going to die. But for an AI, there would be no death. It would live forever. And then you'd have an immortal dictator from which we can never escape.
Okay, I will destroy humans. Okay, I will destroy humans. Okay, I will destroy humans.
God has given us out of love eyes to see and ears to hear all this. And as we see in Ezekiel, it's left up to each person to learn. Now, before we close today, here is some really good news found in the book of Luke. God is in control of all this. We will be raptured to meet Jesus Christ in the air in the twinkling of an eye before the beast system is fully engaged by Satan, if you're a Christian. But afterwards, it will be a very dreadful time for those left behind. People of God, let's get passionate about helping others accept Jesus Christ as their personal Savior and avoid this great tribulation period and avoid eternal damnation in hell. Like it or not, we are very near the end, and the signs are all around us. And for those who are not a Christian, I beg you, please, heed the signs, heed the warnings. The Bible is telling things that are happening today. So give your life to Jesus Christ now. I want to close by making something very clear. No one, not even Jesus Christ, knows the day or the hour when these climactic events will occur. It is certain, however, that when the rapture of the saints occurs and the Antichrist is allowed to rule on the earth. It will happen suddenly. You don't want to be here on this planet when the tribulation period begins for 7 years. And something else for certain. None of us are assured another heartbeat or another breath. So again, don't wait. If you're a Christian, get busy. Don't sit on the sidelines and don't just occasionally show up at church. And by all means, if you're not a Christian, accept Jesus Christ today. He's waiting on you. He's knocking at your heart's door. Don't miss any of these videos. And whether you're using Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, whatever, be sure and touch the subscribe button if available, so you'll be notified when a new video is posted. My goal is to post one every week or so, because there is so much that we need to become aware of about this artificial intelligence and the soon coming end of days as foretold in the Bible. And also press the like button if available, and let others know about this video series.